Mortgage rates are dominating the news cycle recently, and something that's been coming up more frequently is adjustable rate mortgages. So, what exactly is an adjustable rate mortgage, and is it right for you? Well, stick around. I have the information you need to know to make an informed decision. Hi, I'm Paula Flagg with Paula Flagg Homes, and today I'd like to talk with you about adjustable rate mortgages. So, what exactly is an adjustable rate mortgage, and why are people talking about it now? So, an adjustable rate mortgage is a product that gives you a fixed interest rate for a set period of time, and then that rate can adjust. Now, the appeal is that typically the initial interest rate is lower than the current market rate for a fixed rate mortgage. However, this is not a product that is one size fits all. It really depends on your situation on if an adjustable rate mortgage is right for you. So, good scenarios to use an adjustable rate mortgage might be an instance where you know you're going to be moving and selling the home. Maybe you're a military family who is moving frequently. You are a year or two away from retiring and you're planning to move to another state or another location. Maybe you have children who are getting ready to graduate from school and you intend to downsize and buy a smaller home in a couple of years. That's typically a situation where an adjustable rate mortgage could come in uh, handy because you can get a lower interest rate that's locked in for a set period of years, and then you're definitely planning to sell, and that would give you the opportunity to pay off the mortgage before the rate adjusts. What is not a good reason to use an adjustable rate mortgage would be if you feel like the rates are just too high right now and they're going to go down later, and then you'd be able to have a lower interest rate. Some of the biggest risk associated with an adjustable rate mortgage is usually you have a set period of time for the mortgage 5, 7, 10 years where the interest rate is fixed, and then it will start to adjust. Most of the time, when people get an adjustable rate mortgage, they intend to either sell or refinance before that initial period is over. However, sometimes circumstances come up that make either one of those scenarios not a great choice or even not an option. For instance, if there's a downturn in the market and you need to sell, you may not be able to sell the home for what you paid for it or what would cover the mortgage. And therefore you would either need to keep the current mortgage at the higher rate if you can afford it, or the house could go into foreclosure, or you'd have to do a short sale. Um, what if you were planning to refinance? Well, circumstances change all the time. What if there's a medical situation that happens in your family? What if you lose your job? Your income is not the same as it was now. You may not qualify to get a new mortgage that could actually like pay the adjustable rate mortgage off and give you a fixed rate long term. Rates can also go up. I know we've been in a environment over the last like 14, 15 years where rates have continued to go down, but rates can continue to go up. So you may find yourself in a situation 5 years, 7 years from now where you want to refinance or the rate is about to adjust, but instead of paying today's 6% or 7% interest rates, you could be looking at 10, 11, or 12 percent interest, and that's whether your adjustable rate mortgage adjusts or if you refinance. So, those are the biggest risks associated with an adjustable rate mortgage, and you need to make sure that you evaluate those clearly and make sure that you are willing to take on those risks if you decide to move forward with an adjustable rate mortgage. If you decide that an adjustable rate mortgage is right for you, there are a few things that you need to make sure that you pay attention to when you're selecting your adjustable rate mortgage. One is the adjustment frequency. So, like I said, there's usually an initial period that's fixed and then it will adjust. So, how long is that initial period? And then once the initial period is up, how frequent will your rate adjust? A lot of times, you'll see them where they adjust once a year, but there are scenarios where that rate can adjust monthly. Adjustable rate mortgages are typically tied to adjustment indexes. So you're going to want to know what benchmark index your mortgage rate is tied to. Um, you're also going to know the margin. So based on what the benchmark is that your mortgage is tied to, the margin is the difference above that rate that you're going to pay when the price adjusts. So typically that might be like 2%. So if the index is 8%, then you would be paying 10%, something along those lines. You're going to want to look at the caps. So the cap is the amount a rate can change each adjustment cycle. So there's a cap on how much it could adjust. Let's say we do have interest rates that are in the 12% range by the time that this mortgage is going to adjust. You may have in your mortgage that it can only adjust up to 2 percentage points each adjustment period. So it would be a step to get up to the 12. It wouldn't automatically go that far. And then there's also what's called a ceiling. So the ceiling is the highest rate that your interest rate can adjust to during the life of the loan. So you want to make sure that that ceiling is in line, and you probably want to do your financial analysis based on paying at the ceiling rate. And if you know you can afford this mortgage at the ceiling rate, then you know that you are covered with this adjustable rate mortgage, even if the risk scenarios of a market fluctuation or a higher interest rate, change in employment and income were to happen, you still are in a good position where you can afford the mortgage and um, can stay in your home until you're ready to move. So, in summary, take time to consider how long you intend to be in the property. Can you afford the mortgage at the highest interest rate that it could adjust to? What if your projected income changes? And as always, make sure that you discuss any of these opportunities or products with your real estate professionals. Take their advice. Make sure you're working with an expert who has been in the industry for a while and can really give you a great breakdown. If you have any questions, I'm happy to have a conversation with you or point you into the direction of a professional loan officer who can do a further analysis with you on what works best for your situation. Just remember, you marry your house, you are only dating an interest rate. If you get a fixed interest rate mortgage and the interest rates go down in the future, you can always refinance. We saw that a lot in the last couple of years. So just keep that in mind. But however, you do get to lock in the property that you want to live in today, and you get to lock in the price of today. And historically, real estate has been a really great investment over the long term. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video today. I hope it was helpful. And as always, thank you for choosing Paula Flagg Homes for all of your real estate needs.